I honestly feel the future is API driven, trying to build everything from scratch. Even though as techies, we like to build things and do things, everything ourselves because it excites us. But from a commercialization standpoint and a time to market standpoint, it's important to embrace, adopt, and accept the API economy and understand what is core to us. The intelligence layer that you talk about in terms of providing context across different data seems like core to you. But anything else outside of it, reuse it, somebody else, somewhere else, more qualified than us would have solved that problem and reuse it as part of the tech stack. So I think API economy is going to be one of the biggest force multiplier of that bridging that gap you mentioned before, like time to innovation, making it shorter, and time to market, making it shorter. And probably unless and until people embrace it with open arms and culturally adopt it, and especially engineers focus on their innovation on their core, that gap that we talked about just before will not be addressed properly because time to market can be fast. Yeah.
I think Gartner and all the great industry bodies have put a beautiful term together for us to calling it the composable enterprise. Earlier, people say build it on your own. Now, hey, I don't want to build it on my own. I'll just compose my enterprise by bringing multiple API services from multiple places. Tech stack, not just API, even platforms from multiple places, and compose my enterprise and weave it together in a data mesh. I think that's a way of the future we strongly believe, and that's where we are headed towards.
Yeah. And in fact, because we are the heartbeat of a lot of internet traffic, I mean, not the whole internet as a whole, but at least for our customers, because we being a security gateway, I can tell that what we are seeing is humans to application communication is now going to become a smaller and smaller component of the overall internet traffic. Application to application. People talk about IoT devices, device to application, but app to app communication. OKR app here talking to a Jira app there, or a market automation app and fetching those data. So application to application communication over the internet is going to be the biggest contributor of the overall internet traffic, followed by maybe device to internet, device to app, followed by humans to app. That's my view. App to app communication is just going to explode.
That's so well said, Venky, and I just love what you said. And I'm sure Indusface is heavily invested into that, and that's precisely what we are doing as well. From not like from a cloud API gateway perspective, but more from a product and data interactions perspective.
Yeah, and that, I mean, I'm saying this because I'm living and breathing because of it, and we are investing a lot on application security, and within application security, API security is a big thing for us. And it's the biggest challenge in the industry, but paradoxically, it's an easy thing to solve because APIs are well-defined sets of boundaries with very defined set of input and output parameters. So trying to put a security policy around what is good traffic and bad traffic is relatively easy versus a human to website interaction where the boundaries are not that because humans being random, how we click and the speed at which we click and the sequence in which we do things can be different every time we go, right?